with another video. And this video gonna be real as fuck. Cause I have on my bonnet, I am in my robe. Y'all, why Atlanta lie and say it was gonna snow today and they canceled schools, everything. Like, I still don't know if I have to go to work today. I'm hoping I don't. But yes, anyway, so I ordered pizza because I wasn't gonna go out on the icy roads. And I got pizza and some wings. So yeah, my delivery guy smelled like weed, so that was unpleasant. But yeah, so I got an Italian sausage pizza. Y'all, this Pizza Hut got that ooh, that was good. Got that $5.99 thing going on where you can get like 2 or more things for $5. So I got a medium pizza, and then I got some wings. I got some honey barbecue wings. I hope they're boneless. I ain't even see if they was boneless or not. Oh, good, they're boneless. So yeah, I got those, and these are honey barbecue. So we are going to get started with the mukbang. So I recently was watching. I was recently watching Jayla koriyan. She did like a video or like a get ready with me, and she was talking about how the guys she date can't afford her because she has so much going for herself. She's very successful on and off YouTube, and yeah, she finds herself settling, I guess, because the normal person at her age doesn't make as much money as she does, which is true. And stuff like that. So I was just kind of thinking about myself and what I basically settle on. I make nowhere near as much money as Jayla koriyan, so for me, money is not really an issue. It's more of basically having the things that you need to have at your age. So I would expect somebody around my age, which is 25, to have their own place, have a car, and have a job. Like, I think those are just all like necessities that most 20-something-year-olds have. So yeah, but one thing she was talking about is how people assume and they use that to validate her on why like basically like you ain't got no man, like she has all these great things going for herself, but you ain't got no man, so you ain't really popping like you think, basically. And it's like, men don't really validate us, like, especially when you're a pretty girl. Pretty girls, it is hard for pretty girls to find men, point blank period. Like, because number one, most of the men we deal with are very insecure, and they feel like they're not the only one that we're dealing with, so they want to try to play us before we play them. And that's not even the case half the time. Like, I know for me, I think currently I'm only texting one guy, and at one point I was texting like multiple guys, but I wasn't dating them. Like, texting is one thing, dating is different. Like, I haven't been on a line. Dang, I was about to lie and say I ain't been on a date in a minute. I just forgot about that whole guy. The guy I went on that last date with, the last 2 dates actually that I filmed on my channel, I don't even talk to those guys no more. So I kind of, out of sight, out of mind, I delete people. Anyway, that's besides the point. But whenever I do go on these dates, it's more about quality time. And what I've learned as I've gotten older is everybody you date is not, you don't have to date you don't have to try to marry everybody that you're dating. And I feel like dating helped me figure out some things about myself and made me trying to figure out what I really want. So last night, I was on FaceTime with this guy, and he was like, so what are you looking for? And I was so scared to say, well, eventually I want a relationship, because you don't want to like scare people off or away, because a lot of guys don't want relationships. And I used to think it was because they wanted to be a hoe, they wanted to be a player and talk to multiple girls. But in reality, a lot of them just don't have their shit together, and they aren't ready and they have this in their mind that they have to be a provider, they have to pay for everything, they have to have this, this, and this, and this. And it's like, I mean, that's cool, but if you don't, that's fine. Like, I'm doing fine by myself. Like, I got myself. And I think a lot of guys don't kind of realize that, and they feel like they have to do everything. So a lot of them don't want relationships because they're not in a position to fully provide for both people in the relationship. But I also realized yesterday when I was talking to the guy about my previous relationship, every like relationship I've had has somewhat been long distance. So I wasn't around them 24/7. Like, I would see them like every other weekend type stuff. So I've never been around somebody like all the time, all day, every day, texting me all day, every day. So I can say, yeah, I want a relationship, but I'm so used to being alone. Even though I don't like being alone, for all I know, that shit could be boring as fuck for me. Like, I wouldn't even like really know because, like I said, every relationship I had has been long distance. So it's like, he made me realize that yesterday because he was telling me how his last relationship didn't work because I think he had like moved in with the girl, but he spent a lot of time at the girl's house because her job was closer to his job than where he stayed. And he said they kind of just grew apart. Like, the girl kind of felt like crowded. And I was like, you sure you just wasn't clingy? He was just like, no, I think she just appreciated having her own space. And she wasn't used to someone always being there. Which is totally understandable. Like, I wouldn't want nobody... Like, I hate people be like, oh, I'm about to come over. Like, no. Like, my wig's not on. My hair's not done. My room's not clean. Like, don't do that, you know? So I totally get that from what the girl was coming from what he was telling me. I was like, she probably just, you know, wasn't used to someone always being there. Point blank, period. So that kind of made me realize that maybe I don't want a relationship like I think I want. So I just been chilling. Like, I've been, you know, people hit me up. They want to see me, cool. If they don't, no love lost. You know, go on about my business. But I don't know. I feel like last couple of weeks has really showed me who I am. Like, I feel like it sucks I'm just not finding myself at 25, but I guess this is when it happens. Because before, I just knew I was going to be married by 22. I was going to have kids. I was going to do all this stuff. And I'm already breaking, like, generational curses in my family. And I was talking about marriage with the guy yesterday. I was like, I'm not even sure if that's what I want. And it's not because, oh, I'm hurt or anyone has hurt me, and or I don't have any, you know, good role models of marriage, you know, in my life. Or it's not even that. It's just kind of like, I feel like if I get married, it's not, this will sound selfish, but it's like, it won't be like my life anymore. Like, it's going to be my life plus someone else, or me having to fend for someone else. And I feel like there's different, like when you have a child, because that child comes from you and that's your child. So I feel like if I'm caring for me and my child, like, that's different than me and then being in a relationship with somebody and having like a whole husband. Like, because he still can do and take care of himself, if that makes sense. Whereas for my child depends on me. So that's still kind of like my thing. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I was really like talking about like kids. And I was like, why am I more comfortable with having a kid than getting married? And I never wanted to be a single mom. Nothing against single moms, but I just never wanted to do that. I don't believe that, you know, 2-parent homes are, you know, what's best for a child. I don't believe any of that because sometimes the parents be toxic as fuck and they're better apart. So I get that. But I just still never just wanted to do it by myself. Like, you know, who wants to be by themselves? But I'm more open to having a kid than getting married for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I just hate men right now. But I don't know. It's just weird. So, anyway. Back to what Jayla was saying. She was talking about how men couldn't afford her. And sometimes I just feel like men try to overcompensate for something that they're lacking. Whether it's something they're hiding. Like, for instance, the guy that I went to the gun range with, he was short as hell. So for him, like, making good money, paying for anything, I think he was trying to overcompensate for his height. You know? Or, I'm trying to think. I ain't gonna talk about the other guy. The other guy's a sweetheart. I just didn't like him. But, yeah, like, I think guys try to overcompensate for other things that they lack. So, that's where the problem is for me, per se. Not just like, oh, they don't want to pay for anything. Like, I had a guy offer to buy me Wingstop yesterday. And even though I really wanted it, I was like, no. Like, I can buy my own Wingstop. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I basically just, whole purpose of this mukbang was basically saying that, like, I agree with Jayla when she was talking about, you know, just not settling anymore and figuring out what exactly that you want and just putting your foot down. And, oh, dang, I thought I had, to go to work. No one is texting me back about going to work. Anyway, sorry. Basically, just not settling, putting my foot down, and realizing what I want, and understanding that it's okay to want what I want. And if you want a relationship, then by all means, say you want a relationship. If you don't want one, then say that. Like, we're all grown, it's okay, and keep it moving. And so that's what I'm learning to do, just to date without feeling like I'm dating to marry. And if you would ask me this like a year ago, I would have been like, no, I'm not wasting my time. I'm not. But now, like, no. Like, I'm nowhere near, like, I'm nowhere near where I need to be career-wise or financially to settle down, get married, and have a kid. Like, right now. I'm nowhere near that. Unless my husband is already financially stable and, you know, doing his own thing and he want to take care of me, I'm not the type of person, so I wouldn't allow it. So it's just like, I don't even get mad anymore if, like, things don't work out with guys that I date. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't know. This Pizza Hut is amazing. It's cold, though. I mean, it's cold outside, but I don't know. You guys don't settle. If you know, make sure you say what you want and mean what you say. Everything gonna be okay. That's pretty much all I have to say. You know, my life is going, and I'm just not gonna be mad about it no more. Like, there's just no point in being mad about stuff that, not that I can't control, because things that I can control, like, I can choose to entertain certain guys. But some guys just not going to live up to your standards. And also, it's okay to not know what you want. So, yeah. Just, you know, have fun and know your worth and don't settle. And live your best life. I think that's about it. I don't like super long videos. So, I'm going to finish this food. I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye, guys.